Welcome.
Hello.
Hi there. Welcome to Time Out with Kysee and Rodney. We're here to elevate you, educate the culture, all while having fun. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight. It's always going to be a insightful topic and uncomfortable conversation.
Well, yes, welcome everyone. Whether you're on your commute, winding down, or just looking for some good talk, we're here to give you something that you can chew on. So it's something that you can ruminate on. Remember that one? Ruminate?
Ruminate, yes.
So we're here to give you the rundown. So let's dive right in, girl. Let's hit it.
All right, so we're going to start with our affirmation of the day. I want you guys to take a deep breath in. And you want to choose peace over conflict. I allow others to be themselves without compromising my own values. Let this set the tone for the day as you navigate with different perspectives and respecting boundaries.
All right. Here's today's intention: to approach every conversation with patience and openness. It's about setting a calm mindset that allows us to really listen to others even when they may think differently. This can help us avoid unnecessary friction.
Yep. Now our word of the day is...
the word of the month.
Yeah, for real. Resilience. It means the ability to adapt and recover from adversity,
Yes.
or stress. Keep resilience in mind, especially in our main topic today, it's all about coping and bouncing back in challenging environments. You know, the election really made us all feel a certain way. And
I'm challenged.
We're going to navigate.
I'm challenged.
We're going to help each other navigate ways.
I'm challenged and I'm triggered. I'm challenged and I'm triggered. You know, and I'm petty and I'm mean. But I'm working on that. In Jesus' name, I'm working on that because I'm petty and I'm mean. And I always say that it's kind of like a tourist thing, but it's not really a tourist thing. It's kind of like an everybody thing. Everybody has the ability to be petty and mean. I know.
Absolutely. I mean, listen.
But I'm just better at it than most.
And I get it. I get the petty and the mean thing. I get that. But you
have to take me there. You have to take me there. I'm not somebody who just jumps in. I don't jump into pettiness immediately because I'm out here just trying to live my life. I'm not trying to antagonize people or really I'm just trying to have fun. I'm trying to laugh. Most of the things that I do or say are crafted to make people smile and to lighten the mood. I don't and if someone gets insulted, that's just because they are. And I'm being careful not to insult anybody. They are a little too sensitive, and I can't. That's an insult because you can't be too sensitive.
And you can be shady.
Or your feelings, and, and they're valid.
And honey, you are a whole tree. You know how to throw the shade. And listen, what I'm saying is, listen.
But people know me. People who know me know that at my core, I am not. I'm not vicious. I'm not mean.
Right. Absolutely.
At my core, I'm the sweetest person that you'll ever meet. I don't mean nobody no harm. And it bothers me when people think that I'm just mean for no good reason.
If people know you, they definitely don't think you're mean. But on this topic of, with the election and stuff like that, I think everybody's a little sensitive and on edge. And I feel like we deserve grace we deserve grace. Listen, people were getting mad because we was poking jokes and saying all kinds of stuff. It was like, you don't understand like how we feel.
Hold up right here. One thing that wasn't a joke and was not meant to poke fun. I saw those balloons.
I know.
What I meant to say is that what I said was, anyone who supports this candidate, I'm not even going to use names, who's a convicted felon, I have to question your moral integrity. I have to question everything about you because this man is a criminal.
So listen, I'm going to play devil's advocate real fast. I was talking to... I was talking to a friend of mine that is he is in the process of becoming a citizen, and he was super happy that Donald Trump got in office. And I was like, what? He said, it's better for us when he's in office. He said, we're always working when he's in office. I said, but he's a racist. He said, I don't care. He don't have to like me. I'm concerned about if he can create a way for me to make money and pay my bills. I don't care if he like me.
And here's where the disconnect or the misunderstanding came in.
I said, oops.
He believed that when Donald Trump is in office.
No. I said this to say,
Right.
his perspective. He don't have a humanitarian approach.
Right.
So the people who voted for them, they are absolutely entitled to.
They're entitled to their belief, but I don't believe that they're clear on how these policies are set, or how these the benefits come in that they enjoy, because the budget and the agenda. Well, not the agenda, but the budget is set. The current budget is set by the previous administration. So therefore, the hardship that we're enjoying right now is courtesy of Donald Trump's his last administration. Although Joe Biden is president at this time, we're operating under a budget that Donald Trump himself
That's still all just.
that was his nonsense.
I guess maybe I'll get that tomorrow.
And listen,
That just has to marinate.
Yes, because listen, although
it's like how you want to control what I'm going to do when you. That don't make sense. Whatever.
But this is about budgets and allocations. This is where money is allocated for certain things. Those things are set by the previous administration.
All right. So that would be just like how. All right. I get it. I just thought about how our Sephora money works and
you go.
And how we increase. See,
yes,
I knew.
yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Like
all
you
right.
work against the last year's day and
yeah. LY.
There you go. Yes,
all
I
right.
love it. I knew it was.
That's why I said it was going to come later.
Right. Listen, it always does.
We've been talking about this since this afternoon.
Yeah, because and I'm a whole educator, but I could not figure out how I could make.
And I know me. I know I'm delayed with some things. Like it'll come to me, and I'll be like, oh my God, really?
Listen, don't be ashamed because
I just said it.
I'm on the spectrum.
Listen,
y'all.
if I was ashamed, I wouldn't have said it. Like I know it's a delayed reaction. I get it though.
I learn differently.
We're all special.
So
we're all special. But all right, so let's go ahead and
all right, yeah. Let's
talk about because we still got.
We're gonna get into some national.
Still got a lot to talk about.
We got a lot to talk about. National news across the U.S. Voters recently turned out in record numbers, showing a strong engagement in this election cycle. Key issues included healthcare, inflation, education, human rights, and it's clear people want their voices heard on a variety of important topics.
Again, with that too. I know somebody was talking yesterday and they were saying how, the Latino vote, the Puerto Ricans, y'all all voted for him. Again, when I was talking to my friend, he said, you ask any Brazilians, any Puerto Ricans, he said, you go ask any of them, they all happy he got into office.
Now listen, the Dreamers, and a lot of immigrants enjoyed, they enjoyed some things under Trump's administration, but that stuff was put in place by Obama. The
jobs and stuff.
Yes, all that stuff. It's now listen. The current president at whoever he is at the time handles anything immediate that comes up. Like Trump. Okay, Donald Trump handled the pandemic. And we see what a mess he made of that. That was all on him. That was his responsibility.
Okay, got you.
Right. So anything immediate that comes up, that's what the administrator at that time is handling.
Okay.
But as far as policies and listen, as far as policies and things are concerned, we got to be mindful and pay attention and be ready when midterm elections come up. When these midterms come up, we have to We got to listen. We got to put people in the house who are tough, and because this man with this Project 2025, he needs to meet as much resistance as Obama met when he tried to do anything. You know, they had this man like. You might as well say he had handcuffs on because
I do remember that they were telling him no for everything.
Everything. I mean, he had to like sign executive orders to get anything done. So this is what we want to do with our midterms. We want to put a house together that's going to tie his hands to the point because the things that he wants to do are crazy.
Yeah,
they're gonna create a little bit of acrimony and.
You guys definitely want to take your chance and start looking at Project 2025.
Absolutely, and
they
get your eyes open.
Yeah, they confirmed that is what he was going to go ahead and start implementing in the future once he gets into office. We're going to talk more about that too.
Absolutely.
So, my gosh, that's just crazy. Yeah, move right into that. His plan of action is going to be implementing Project 2025. It's going to be focusing on reducing federal regulations, pushing for a stricter immigration policy, and promising lower taxes to tackle inflation. His approach is raising mixed reactions across the political spectrum. Of course, it is. People like him, people don't. You know, some applauding the focus on the economy, while others are express concerns about potential cuts in social programs like your health care. That's going to, food assistance, that's going to be getting cut.
Listen, if you want to eat better tonight.
Supplemental security income, that's a 50-year-old program that provided income assistance to 7.5 million low-income seniors and disabled people in 2022.
But listen, it doesn't benefit rich people, so Donald Trump is not for it. It's important to look at both sides here and think about how these proposed changes could impact daily life for many people, especially those in underserved communities.
Right. They don't have no clue.
Clue.
He was born with a silver spoon in his mouth.
Listen, anybody who will toss paper towel to people who have just been decimated by a hurricane is an asshole.
Yeah. So I said yesterday, move right into celebrity news. I said we just might as well pardon Diddy.
Come on, we got an elected felon in office.
He's still facing these allegations of sex trafficking and racketeering, but they did set the trial for May of 2025. He's pleading not guilty to all these multiple individuals are coming forward. Like every day, they got somebody with some new accusations that's going back years, like 10, 20, 30 years.
And don't say he's going to look like Bill Cosby because Bill Cosby was vindicated.
Yeah, I guess. It's like the respect is questionable now in the industry. He still hasn't made a public statement, though, on all these charges, but we going to keep our eye on it as it unfolds. I'm all the way invested.
But what we have to keep in mind is that, we have to separate the man from his work.
Yeah.
Because I don't
have no problem doing it. You had that problem.
I had because I was trying to understand how a Diddy gets into the same room as a.
I said the audacity.
Listen, girl. Quincy Jones, his music spans 6 decades of American music.
I get that.
He's just the last 30 years, but. The last 30 years would not be possible. We'd have the music that we have now would not even be here without Diddy's contribution.
Right, like my whole
90s R&B,
honey,
90s R&B.
Period. Hip hop too.
He peed all over 90s R&B and hip hop. Yes, he peed all over.
That's what they said. What somebody
he peed
was
all
like,
over it. We wouldn't have no Mary.
Don't play no Diddy I said that's not for my party because half my life is Diddy.
Listen,
the best times of my life was with Diddy.
We would have no Auntie Mary, and how could we live without Auntie Mary?
Absolutely.
How could we live without Auntie Mary? Yeah, I mean,
there's no way.
Granted, he's also the reason why we have no Biggie and Tupac, but Tupac ain't
that
dead.
Allegedly. Oh, we got a few more people that came in. Hey, sister Tina. Hey, David.
Tupac ain't dead. I want you to understand this. Biggie was ready to die.
Is that Justice? Hey, cousin Just.
Hey, Just.
Hey, Black Son.
But Tupac wasn't ready. Tupac is somewhere. He's living his life. And he'll be back.
Are hilarious.
Listen, Pac was that's my dude because Pac was about everybody being happy. I just always go back to that digital underground shit. Do what you like, baby. Live your life. Do what you like. It ain't nobody's business what you do. Do what you like. Be happy.
That's true.
So I mean, way back then, they were forward thinking. And these are the people that impact us in the future. Those forward thinkers. We always look back and say they were ahead of their time.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. All right, so
here's a fun fact. It's a finance fun fact for you.
y'all like that? A finance fun fact.
A finance fun fact.
I
Did
figured
you
we
know
needed
that nearly 40% of Americans have no retirement savings at all? It's a reminder of how essential it is to start planning as early as possible. Even small, consistent contributions can make a big difference in the long run. You can start small. You can start very small. There are apps that you can start with, like Stash, Albert. What's the other one? Acorns. They offer a range of easy ways to save.
Those are the ones. Those are some of the ones I use, and I love them. They make it so easy for you. They make it where, like, one of them, I'm not sure which one of them does it, but they just basically kind of steal the money. So if I spend like $1.47 or something, they take the rest of the change and
So
put
you
that
basically out here in these streets mugging yourself.
Yep.
Well, I get that. I
But
believe
it's
in
okay
multiple streams of income.
well, it's saving, it's squirreling money because look, like, even it makes these different things that not only does it save the money, you also can do, like, you can buy your stocks, you can buy your bonds, you can buy all that with these apps. So you don't. Sometimes it can get so overwhelming. People feel like they have to go talk to a financial advisor.
Listen.
I tell people, go ahead and start. Like, I get emails right now from them telling me, like, where they just take the money, like, you have enough money to, like, you need to reinvest in this and reinvest in that, go buy more of this. But at least you can start somewhere, and those apps make it so easy for you. So I'll leave the links. I'm gonna leave the links.
Now, I'm the kind of ninja that has to. I don't mug myself as much as I trick myself into saving, or kind of like trip over things and I save by accident. Now, about several months
You
ago,
better get intentional about your saving.
Several months ago, I lost a debit card to an account that I seldom use, and I still have not replaced that debit card. I still have not called the bank to get that debit card, even though money has been going into it consistently since I lost it.
Well, that's good.
But see, this is all right. As long as I owe myself, I'll never be broke.
This is very true.
So that things like that work too, but it doesn't work on the long run. In the long run, you really need to. You got to play the long game.
Yeah, you got to. That's why I was like, you better think hard about that, because listen, I'm 49, and like most of my peers here, we're all 49. Like, it was just 30 years ago. We was just at the Oasis. We was just at the Redwood.
We was just at the roller rink in Eatontown.
That part.
So
okay,
I get it. I mean, I'm 58. I'm like 9 years older than her. So I'm like,
yeah. So like, and that time by real fast, and then growing up,
real fast,
you don't really know. You hear your parents talk about, but you really don't know. But it's like, once you grow up, like, especially at this age, it's like, you better be intentional about everything you do from here on out.
And I wasn't beat for saving at all, because I didn't expect to live past the age of 19. Mm-hmm. I'm still trying to figure out how to.
You gotta save for anything. Just like even this for me. Last month when I didn't get paid for work for a month. I still had bills to pay, but that's because I squirrel money away.
But when you don't plan on being here, you live in the moment. And I mean, a lot of people do this. A lot of people are like, I ain't gonna live that long.
A lot of people do.
YOLO. You only live once. They don't see a future. They don't see a future.
I'll be too scared, because I'll be like, honey, I have to have somewhere to live.
Because as long as all you got to do is keep living, and time you're gonna get older. If you can keep living, you're gonna get older.
I need to be a little.
And you need to have some cushion. You need to have something to sit down on or fall back on besides that big ass. Besides that big back.
You better be careful. Be careful.
Sorry.
I can edit it out here though.
All right.
So, all right. So yeah, guys, check out. I'm gonna like I said, I'm gonna make sure I include those somewhere for you guys to make sure you see them. It's so necessary for us to save for our future. I don't want to be that person. My biggest fear is, like, when I go like to shop, right, and I see you see right who has to work. And I don't want to be that person who has to work because I mismanage my money. Also, I don't want to be that person who is like, oh, I gotta wait till the first of the month to get my check done, or you got Rob Peter to pay Paul. I don't want to be that person.
If I win the Powerball.
And you have more chances of being struck by lightning than winning the Powerball.
Right, I know this, but this is an if.
So you should
even if I won the Powerball, I would continue to work.
No, that's a lie. I would.
Yes,
for myself.
I gotta make for myself. For somebody, I'm gonna be breaking leaves or something. I have to do something. And the way I'm set up, I need to make money. I want to make money. I don't love money, but I love what money can do for you. What the freedoms that
I love the freedom. I love the freedom of money. Absolutely, the freedom is beautiful.
The more money I have, the more mobility I have, and I like to move a lot. I travel as much as I possibly can. I mean, I'll be in Baltimore. I'll be in Baltimore next week. I'll have the dates put up so that you can see me if you're in Baltimore.
Meanwhile,
I would definitely teach.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Girl, that's my cousin, isn't it? I love you, baby.
If we hit the lottery, we would have a whole Robinson Foundation. It'd be all cousins working. First of all,
I said today that when she's ready to retire, we need to open a charter school so we can educate these babies.
I'm here for that.
In this world that they're coming up in, because listen.
I'm here for that.
And I've always been that one. I've always said we need to start to and listen. We used to play school when I was little, like when I was a little boy, and one of my neighbors across the street, he just sent me this message the other day. He said, "You were my first teacher when we were little, and we used to play school out in the garage." I was like, "Oh my God."
Oh, what a sweetheart.
And maybe I just melted. It made me feel so warm.
What a sweetheart, yeah. All right, so let's talk about...
And that was DJ Yum Yum.
Oh, wow.
Yes, that was DJ Yum Yum. Shout out DJ Yum Yum.
Okay, so more current events. The new movie release we got coming out is what is it called? This is called The Marvels. Oh, I like Marvel stuff.
Oh, a superhero adventure.
It's superhero. Okay.
Featuring Captain Marvel and Mrs. Marvel. I didn't even know there was a Ms. Marvel.
Okay.
Blending action and humor. If you're in the mood for a thrilling escape, check it out this weekend. So it opens tomorrow or
this
tonight?
This weekend.
Well,
like tomorrow. Tomorrow's Friday.
Well, I think some theaters are opening tonight, like at midnight. If the thing is after midnight.
Oh, and we got celebrity birthday. We have Leonardo DiCaprio. Happy birthday, Leo.
49.
Yeah, he's 49. He's my age. He's my age. He's the leading. So what's crazy is
and Titanic was on the other morning.
I watched it.
God, how do you
I watched the whole thing. I love that movie.
Titanic
but
triggers me.
It's definitely a trigger. Also, Leonardo, you know why I really watched that? Because like a couple weeks ago I watched Killers of the Flower Moon. And this is current. It was a 2023 movie. So, now we just say he's 49. So all I kept on saying is, damn, he look old as hell.
But he's giving me that De Niro energy now.
Yeah, he's so amazing. So I really watched that just to see. I was like, let me look at this. And I was like, of course, he was 23 when he did the Titanic. Wow. He was 23.
Okay, so that was our celebrity birthday. So let me get my non-celebrity birthdays, although there's celebrities in my heart. My girl Veronica Wilder, a.k.a. Peekaboo, just landed in the
Happy
grill
birthday!
To
One
59th
time.
Revolution Around the Sun. And today, November 7th, is Margarita Vasquez's birthday.
Happy birthday.
When we were in Puerto Rico, Margarita told us that we had to go down old number 2 road toward Arecibo, where her parents lived, to experience authentic Puerto Rican food. So our next trip to Puerto Rico will include a trip down old number 2 road.
Yes, I'm excited about that.
And we're gonna try to eat as much as. Listen, we're not gonna treat this.
I'm about to say
we're gonna eat as much as we can while we're there. We're not bringing food home on the plane like we did before.
Yes, I am.
That's poor etiquette.
What? Why? I buy food to bring home.
Because all the rest of the people on the plane are hungry too.
That's not my problem. I didn't eat all the food. The food I ate that on the plane is the food I just left the restaurant with. I didn't open any of the food that I brought home. The food I brought home was the food I planned. I bought to bring home.
We're that kind of family. We don't come home with traditional souvenirs like refrigerator magnets.
I got enough magnets.
And keychains. We bring home cooked food.
Listen, when I go to Puerto Rico, I don't need any kind of memorabilia. That's just like me going over. That's like me going
to Mount
home.
Vernon and get some ball peanuts.
Exactly. Or Friendly Gus or Shoney's.
But listen,
I'm going home.
Me and my cousin Josh, shout out to Josh.
One time.
We were going down to Mount Vernon this weekend for breakfast at Shoney's. And Katie thought we was going to see him, but we were really going.
Y'all stupid.
We were going for breakfast at Shoney's. But, and I forgot to tell him it's okay to travel now because things didn't happen the way I thought they would. But,
you giving too much energy to all that. Relax.
I know. Listen, I understand now. I had to get to a place where I had to make myself remember that God is still on the throne.
Yeah.
Ultimately,
And at the end of the day, I mean,
that-
we have to coexist with people, so it doesn't make any sense to have any kind of, it's no sense in being bitter.
But I didn't even want to get on that. I was speaking of KD. When he got ready to leave here to go back to Georgia, this boy went into the kitchen and was making plates and cutting cake and got on the plane with all this stuff. Taking cake home to this man. He packed up cake to take home to Sue, but ended up eating it himself.
No, he gave Sue a piece.
But he said he was going to give her all that cake. See,
That
and I
cake
told him when he left, I
so
said, "You fat."
good.
Ooh, I cussed him out.
That cake was so good. Oh my gosh.
We ain't even gonna talk about this cake. I baked a strawberry pound cake. And I said something before that got me that got us a flag on TikTok, so I'm not gonna say it before. But I the way they were eating this cake made me feel a way, and I felt like I was getting them hooked on cake. Yeah. So I said I was never gonna make this cake again.
We was around that cake like.
Listen,
it was so.
I felt
good.
like I was in a dark room, and all I could hear was lighters clicking.
It was. See, that was better. That was better than saying what you said earlier. Okay. All right, so let's talk about the horoscope for the day. All right, so horoscope today. If you're a Scorpio,
shout out to the Scorpios.
I am. The star suggests that today is a good day to reflect on your goals. You may feel the urge to tackle any obstacles head on. Embrace that determination. I'm a Scorpio / Libra. I tell people, when people ask me that, I'm saying it really depends on what kind of energy you bring me.
Yeah, because you got that two people kind of spirit.
Yeah, but I have a Gemini rising.
Right. And that's what that is, because
that makes plenty of sense.
Because Libra is not about two people; it's about
balance.
Scales, about
yeah,
balance.
It's a balance.
And it's Libras are And I always say this: karma is not a bitch. Karma is only concerned with justice.
Yep.
What you get out, what you give out is what you get back.
That's what you get
and
back.
She's here to make sure the scales are balanced. That's what karma is.
Yeah, but that Scorpio girl shows up.
Yes, she do, and she got a reckless mouth.
She's terrible.
Ooh, Lord,
she's terrible.
But she's a good time.
She is a good time. She is. All right, so guys, let's dive into our main topic: coping as a whole with people who vote against our human rights, lowering inflation.
With recent election outcomes, a lot of people feel conflicted, especially with measures passed that prioritize economic concerns but overlook human rights. It's a heavy topic that's stirring emotions across the board.
God, yes. It's complicated because these decisions directly impact so many communities. Like, how do we move forward as a society when the things we care about, like equality, inclusivity, see my eyes with certain economic goals? Like, what's more important, us or that? So let's talk about how we can cope and create understanding, even if others don't share our values. As hard as it may be, we still have to be able to cope and, get past these things. So, we've came up with 3 ideas for coping in the workplace.
Everybody
for
at
people
work
who
ain't
don't
your
share
friend.
your idea. And you're not there.
But you're not there to be friends.
Yeah, we're not there to be there. And it's okay that they don't share the same ideologies, but we need to be able to work and pay our mortgage.
Right. You need to be, and they need to be, and we all need to be respectful. And listen, I'm going to be respectful of everyone.
Absolutely.
I'm not going to do anything, especially on my job. Listen, that's my coin.
I mean, for real though. But I mean, some people still have. Some people have. Some people don't navigate through emotions. People only navigate through emotions, and they don't navigate through what's right.
And
I have
a perfect example of that. I used to. Well, and formerly I worked in the field of education, and I'm going back to the field of education because I understand that these folks out here need it. My folks need it badly. And while I was working at Brookdale Community College, a college here on the Jersey Shore, in Monmouth, the College of Monmouth County, which is the big red county in the middle of a big blue state. I would be called. I would receive a call from the diversity officer in HR weekly or bi-weekly just to take me to lunch and tell me I couldn't say something like what I said in the last meeting. Because I'm not one of those politically correct people who tiptoes around.
You're not trained.
Listen, I'm polished. I have all the polish in the world, but I have no patience for BS.
Right.
And a lot of it happens in meetings in higher education settings. You know, there's a lot of crap that goes on. You know, people are just, and people get really complacent and full. They get really full in higher education settings because they have these great jobs, and it's a cushy job. I'm telling you, it's amazing.
It's a degree job. That's what me and Portia always say. The damn degree job. You lazy as hell when you got to get when you get
Listen, and people. A
degree
lot
job.
of these jobs are supposed to be occupied by the person for no more than 3 to 5 years, but people get comfortable in like community college or county college settings, and they remain in their positions forever, doing a very good job at what they do. You know, you can't knock them for the job that they do, but you know, you ever heard this saying, "Staying too long at the fair"? You know, you stay too long at the fair. Some people stay a little too long at the fair, and what they end up doing is they pigeonhole themselves, and they're no good for another position. They don't really grow. They don't grow.
Right.
You know, because when you enter an entry level position in, let's say, student activities or let's see, the bursar's office, the goal is to make it to the president's office. You know, somewhere, and maybe not on that campus that you're working in. And I always say this. The object of what the most important thing to learn that you should learn in college is not, you know, what you go to class to learn. The object is to learn how to get from the back of the line to the front of the line in the shortest amount of time. And that involves networking. You know, you as a freshman student, you should always make friends with your roommate's parents because they might give you your first job. You know, it's you got to be very strategic. When and that's
That
with
makes
anything.
sense.
That's
That
with
makes
anything. It's all about networking. It's not what you know. It's never. It's about what you know to a degree because you should be knowledgeable in your field. But it's always about who you know.
I always tell the kids, like, don't go to school don't go to college unless what you love to do requires that degree. If you don't know what you don't want to do, figure it out before you start wasting people's money. And don't feel like you have to go to college.
Right. I'm a professional student. I am committed to lifelong learning. I could be a student for the rest of my life because I love to learn.
Lifelong you should be doing is lifelong. You should be a student. You should be in therapy all your life.
And we were talking about that tonight. Tonight I attended a performance. Well, I attended the first half of a performance of a string quartet at the Long Branch Senior Citizen, this new senior center, Long Branch Senior Center, this new state-of-the-art building that is here in place for, you know, our 65 and over. Well, I'm saying 55 and over because I like going there. You know, well, this was my first visit, but I'm going to like going there a lot. And this chamber orchestra was amazing. They played popular songs. They played popular songs to the people in attendance. Because I could rattle off the names of some of these songs, and a lot of you people would be like, "What?" But they did the Mozart thing, which we talked about a little earlier. And I'll figure out what it is when I get to it because I know the numbers. It's one of those. I don't know if it's a sonata. No, it's not a sonata because that's like Moonlight. It's a concerto. No, maybe I don't know. My music appreciation is a little rusty, but.
So, but let's focus on some common goals in the workplace,
so that, you know, we can get through our workday without.
Calm down.
Get through the workday without setting it off. So first, find common ground, whether it's a project or an overall goal. Focus on shared objectives rather than differences. This helps build a productive work environment, even when ideologies differ. Because at the core, we're more alike than we are different.
Yes, we are.
Set boundaries respectfully. I'm going to go ahead and take this over because
you've taken over the whole space.
Second, know your boundaries, and she should be talking about this and communicate them if certain topics trigger and conflict.
You gotta know your boundaries.
I should. Okay, all right.
Go ahead.
Express your preferences to keep the conversation neutral. This can protect your peace while maintaining professionalism. I'm a firm believer, and I am. You can say whatever you want to a person as long as you say it the same way you want it said to you.
Mm-hmm. I added that.
Go ahead, girl. I'm gonna let you.
Mm-hmm. Finally, approach with empathy and curiosity. This is major. Sometimes understanding another person's perspective can broaden your own. You don't have to agree, but listening and asking questions can help create a less divisive atmosphere. I can think about when this is when I was working at Menlo Park. Menlo Park has a very big Indian
yes, it does.
demographic. So
yes, they do.
When I first got there, I had worked in Freehold, which is a very big Jewish
right
clientele,
and they're not mutually exclusive. They can coexist.
No. But no, it was different. Different lifestyles.
I know.
So when I was helping. When I was there helping the Indian lady, she's like, she kept on, she wanted to try that, and she was pointing, and I'm like, girl, if you don't get it yourself. But then one of the Indian girls told me, so over in India, if they're like, out shopping and stuff, they have to point to what they want, and then the person brings it over there so they can talk. So it was like, once I understood that, so it's like you have to really take the time. And like I was saying earlier about when we just assumed when we seen his picture last night, I was like, how you voting for him? He's a racist. And he broke it down. Like, we really have to listen to what people have to say, and we can agree to disagree.
Because cultural differences are important.
Cultural differences, but
I had a thought.
I still don't understand how people vote, but that's up to them. People.
I don't even care.
I just feel like as long as you don't get disrespectful,
I don't care.
as long as you know that because you got some people who some people. Let's just be honest. The last time he was in here, some people was trying to act like it was a long time ago. You know, listen. So it's like I don't care. Everybody you have to respect people. You have to respect people, whoever you vote for. Period. And that's that.
I always land on cultural differences because it's especially that thing about people pointing to and touching because things are it differs across the globe.
It does, but that's why it's so important for you to understand.
And asking
culture.
questions is not offensive.
It's not.
You're never offending anyone when you ask them questions.
Yeah,
especially
it's
about
worse.
themselves,
It's worse when you
love
assume
to talk about themselves.
Yeah, and people love to share, their culture and stuff like that. But it's worse
because I believe my culture is superior to all others, and as such, it's the way I treat everyone. I honestly believe that, and that doesn't mean that I'm racist. That just means I'm ethnocentric. I prefer my culture to all others, but it doesn't keep me from appreciating and loving other cultures.
I think that's any culture, but I don't know.
It is. It absolutely is.
I don't know
Everyone
that,
is a little ethnocentric.
But
Everyone
I don't know, though,
nobody dislikes their culture.
But then, so that's a question. Like I question that, or are these isolated incidents where you have, there's
always isolated.
Like you have the white ladies who get their butts done and their
but
lipstick.
that's not hating their culture. That's disliking their body. It may be, and you may look at it and say it's cultural appropriation. But listen, I know some white women who were born with big old booties.
I do too. Well, she wasn't white.
Well, yeah, she wasn't white. But that goes back to my what I assert and what I purport. There is no such thing as white people.
No, who cares about them?
No, I care about them.
Okay, we'll fix it.
I care about.
You have to move it. You have to move that puzzle piece over to. You have to move the puzzle piece over into the puzzle piece.
Oh, this puzzle piece over into. Okay, come on. Can you go?
Or move that other piece over to it. No, that piece. Yeah.
Over. Okay. Okay.
Into it. You gotta move into it like it's a puzzle.
I gotta do it again.
You gotta put it. No, you gotta put it
missing
in the puzzle piece.
Okay, I keep missing it because I can't see it.
There you go. Back.
Oh shit! I'm sorry. Okay, I'm gonna do it this way. I keep doing it
Okay,
wrong.
go
Okay. My fingers are
We're
too
gonna
big.
We're gonna wrap it up anyway.
My fingers are too big. Anyway,
Don't worry
but
about
I want to finish my thought. There's no such thing as white people. There are only genetic mutations of black people. Anthropology proves this. And there's no such thing as white people. There are lighter people, there are darker people. And this all depends basically.
One race.
One race. And honestly, there's no race. There's no race. Race was invented for the sole purpose of oppression. It was created for the sole purpose of oppression.
That's 100%. That's 100% true.
It's a construct. There is no race. There are ethnicities, there are nationalities, but there is no race. Don't be duped. Don't be bamboozled, because these people will have you believe in some bullshit.
Well, it's tough. It's tough out here.
In these streets.
And taking these steps can really help you stay centered and productive, regardless of what's happening politically or socially around you. I mean, I don't want to say forget about that, but you know me. Like I said, I had fun with it yesterday. But it's like I had to tell him earlier. I said he wouldn't stop. He was in my room
like a dog with
a
bone.
You gotta stop. You have to stop.
I found time yesterday.
He found time yesterday, this morning.
Listen,
I woke up last night. I looked at Facebook. I said, "You gotta stop."
Because it was all in my craw. People, and because I'm hurt and I'm disappointed. And people and listen, no, don't deny me my feelings.
No, I'm not.
Because I love these people. I love these people genuinely,
but dude,
and they gave me their ass to kiss. And I'm upset about that because I would have never ever treated them that way. They took a few things I said in humor and jest and made it mean something about them when I was just speaking broadly.
But I feel like most people take it personal.
And you should take it personally when you stand behind a criminal, a crook. You should take it personally because that means that you are a criminal and a crook. To me, I look at you funny. I'm giving you one old big ass side eye when you say that you support Donald Trump. A big ass side eye. I'm sorry. That's just the way I feel about it. And if you don't like it, stay your ass over there, and we'll be all right. But
this is America, and people are entitled to feel how they feel.
You can say and feel any way you want to in America, and but when you're in my personal space, I need you to say it over there because if not, listen.
I think that I don't know if you might not be. I don't know if you'll be okay with the person knowing that they even voted for them.
No, I don't mind.
Okay.
You can vote for who you vote. I don't care if you voted for Donald Trump. That just, if you voted for Donald Trump, that just lets me know that you have questionable morals. And that's okay. Your morals can be questionable. Some of my morals are questionable.
I was going to say, but at the end of the day, everybody deserves their right to vote for who they want without no beef.
Of course they have the right to vote for who they want.
But without the beef. Without the beef.
And
people,
there is no beef.
You have to, but you.
There is no beef as long as you don't come to me and tell me that I need to believe in that shit.
Yeah, but I feel like I see some people not saying that. People, it's not fair. And listen, don't get me wrong. Politics I'm not here for. I don't care about it. But I don't feel like it's fair. Just like we promote how we feel on our timeline. Right. The minute, what did the Trumpicans do? Boy, oh boy, honey, they get lit up. And I ain't lying because I want people to
listen. I found a way to laugh about the offensive things. Not offensive, but I laughed. They were offensive to me, but I found a way to laugh about the things that people were saying about our beloved President Obama, because people said some hateful things.
Yeah, they did.
And there were some things that.
But see, I'm not. No, see that's different.
No, it's not.
That's different.
No, it's not.
I feel like post what you believe in, but when you start disrespecting and start saying slick stuff, that's where there's a problem.
Well, I'm gonna be disrespectful and say some slick stuff.
Listen, post what you're proud about. There's nothing wrong with that. But when you start being, you start having derogatory statements and stuff, that's when I be like, listen, don't get folded.
Listen, they dragged Michelle and Barack. They dragged.
I'm not talking about them. I'm not talking about them. Those people who say that kind of stuff, they need to get dealt with. But I'm talking about every day. Like, trust me, I got some people on my timeline who I respect majorly, and I know they didn't say anything on their timeline because they didn't want to smoke. That's not fair to them, though. That's not fair to them.
Well, listen. If this is a public forum,
no, but it's like no.
If you put it out there,
I know one person specifically. She's not gonna want to do it because she don't want the smoke. She don't want the drama.
And
She don't want. But it's not fair because if that's what she believes in, just like we was proud about Kamala, she should be able to be proud about voting for Trump without getting beat up.
She should. I'm not going to beat her up. I'm not going to beat her up as long as she don't come in my face telling me some stuff or saying things to me that I don't need to hear about. I don't care. I don't give a damn what Trump does.
I just want it to be like that. I just want this, we all need to be like that.
God is still on the throne.
Yeah, we all need to get in this space where it's like, I don't care who you vote for, but as long as you be real careful about how you come.
Listen, because
I don't care. Some of them,
I drink brown liquor.
Some of them, this is the green light for them to be, to channel back to the old days. I don't need for y'all to be like that.
Listen, I wasn't here in the old days. No, so I'm going to deal with that shit the way that the new days tell me I should deal with it.
We have to all, just like I said, respect, like we said earlier, respect each other's boundaries.
Wrap this up. I'm done. I'm done. You done triggered me. I'm triggered. See, this is why you need therapy. This is why we all need therapy, because we have triggers that we need to take care of. This is, and I'm using my soothing, calming voice with this because
you are hilarious. Oh my God. So yeah, guys, just think about, like, at the end of the day, we have to all be here. And listen, I was talking to my friend last night on the phone. I said, we're at a time in our life where we ain't gotta stay here. We don't have to be realistically. This is realistically. Like, we don't have to be here. It's people. I know it's a girl in my town. She picked up. She lives over in Marrakesh. Cause she said I share her post. Cause she said it's nothing for us here.
Sherry Stanford, my girl Sherry Stanford. She's setting up her compound in Accra in Ghana.
Yeah, cause listen, like, we don't have to be here. You don't have to be here. So it's either be here and deal with what it is.
And Sherry, if you're listening, I apologize because I know you heard me almost say Sherry Shepherd. I meant Sherry Stanford. Mm-hmm. Sherry Shepherd. That's my girl too, though.
It's either you stay here and you deal with it, or you can just. To
access your Spotify data to use the app. Is that okay?
No. I don't even know.
See, that's why I got rid of that Siri and I got the British.
I don't
black
even know
too,
where that happened.
She's too inclusive. This white lady.
Relax. So, I don't even know what I was saying, but
yes, you do. You said you don't have to live here. You don't have to stay here.
You don't have. We don't. Realistically,
we can go anywhere we want in the world.
Realistically.
And if you get dual citizenship, you listen. You can go in and out.
I mean, listen, it's a lot of other places we can be. It really is.
There are.
And realistically, I don't want you to feel like people feel like that's just far fetched. It really is not far fetched. It really is not far fetched.
I mean, and honestly, you can live in this country and be completely detached.
I'm completely detached. And I did say, I told my friend, I said, I'm gonna pay attention this election this time, because I don't pay attention. People are like, oh, the gas is high. I don't pay attention to how much gas is because I need it anyway. So I don't even care how much it is. No, I don't know. Oh, like if you drive down to this one, that one costs 5 cents cheaper. I'm not doing that. Whatever I'm at, I'm gonna get it. Oh, eggs are higher. Eggs are high. I don't know how much eggs cost because I'm gonna get them anyway. I don't care. I don't care about how much they are.
If you go to Aldi, you can get them.
I ain't stopping at Aldi's. I'm getting everything at ShopRite. By the time I stop at Aldi's and get out and get one thing, that's just too much of inconvenience.
Girl, it's on the way home.
That's an inconvenience. I'm not doing it. I'm getting everything at one stop, period.
I'm stopping at Aldi and I'm getting that butter at a lower price because I bake these cakes and I sell these cakes.
I ordered a whole bunch of it too.
You ordered a whole bunch of butter from where?
I sure did, from ShopRite.
Girl.
Yeah.
It's it's 45, 50 cents cheaper at Aldi.
Well,
At
go
all-
get some. You can
all
get
of
some.
it.
So what? I want some cookies. But anyway, guys. All right, we're gonna wrap this up. Thank you so much for tuning in. We hope that
Thank you.
this episode was able to help you navigate through, the aftermath of this historical election. Some of us are definitely hurt.
Hysterical election. Hysterical.
Some of us are hurt and we're trying to cope and move on. But and it's okay for you to be upset. Like I said yesterday, I went ham on a timeline. It was funny too. It was funny, and I even laughed at a couple of things where people was talking about them. I don't care about that much. I'm I'm not taking anything from anybody who does care about that much. But it's just like I just don't get caught up in it because I know what it is. Period. I'm completely detached, as my cousins would say. Oh, you're always in a bubble.
At
I
the
like
end
it
of the
here.
day, it's already set up. It's not.
It's written.
First of all, people of color are not supposed to be whole in a white supremacist society, and this is a white supremacist society. Everything is set up for the benefit of the dominant culture, and although.
There's that
really
waning.
not the dominant culture.
Yeah.
It's waning. The browning of America. The browning of America is taking place. Get
Yep.
ready. Get ready. Get ready.
Yep. I guess you will.
And still, again, he's not going to put his face in the camera
not doing
because he's not doing it. Anyway,
not
we
doing
out of
it.
here.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Remember, look forward to our new episodes. They drop every Monday
Every
at 7
Monday.
a.m.
Love your Mondays. Love your
on
Mondays.
Spotify, YouTube. Spotify and YouTube. And just stay tuned, guys. We got a lot more coming. I'm here. I'm injured on a grind, so I have nothing to do but just educate and elevate.
And shout out to the home healthcare worker.
Yeah, shout out to my home healthcare worker. I appreciate my brother taking care of me. All right, guys. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. Have a great day.